Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we are going to be continuing our adventures in Hyrule with Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So, hopefully, audio and everything is all right this week. Okay. And so let's see, to recap, last week we discovered that there was a wizard who was a trusted advisor of the king who, surprise, surprise, was plotting against him and working to kidnap the descendants of the seven sages who had sealed away Ganon. And now we have to try to get the pendants so that we can, let's see, what are we doing? Trying to get the pendants to stop the wizard and stop him from reviving Ganon and breaking the seal. Somehow, I think I got the boots last time. How do I run? That's how we run. Right, so last time we had gotten the first pendant. Now we are... Okay, fog has fallen over the forest. Be careful. And this tree seems strange. Okay. Okay, do not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. That is going to be a little bit tough at the moment, as I'm not sure the king is currently in any position to give permission to anybody for anything. I think I know where we need to go. I should have started down by my house. And interesting in this game, the red knights seem to be stronger than the blue ones, which is a reversal of what we've seen in the previous games of blue enemies being stronger than red enemies. Not entirely sure what to make of that, but it's just interesting that they've kind of gone against the tradition there. Especially since, seeing as how this was the third game, they did actually have established traditions and patterns by this point. I think where I want to go now... Oh, it's a little too far. I guess I'll work with that. I think I want to go over to the desert area. Desert of Mystery. And as we can see on our map, there is another pendant over in the Desert of Mystery. And the last one is up on Death Mountain, but I don't think we can actually get up there just yet. Pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by this sign. What about the average middle-aged man sitting by the sign? There's no mention of him. Also interesting to note, I don't know if we've seen any fairies yet as drops from enemies, the ones that just start flying around when we kill an enemy. But it is interesting to see that there's now a distinction between the fairies and the fairy fountains being considerably larger and more personish than the fairies that we just catch flying around. This is Agina. Something is happening in the Golden Land the Seven Wise Men sealed. This must be an omen of the great cataclysm foretold by the people of Hylian blood. The prophecy says, the hero will stand in the desert holding the Book of Medora. If you have the Book of Medora, you can read the language of the Hylia people. It should be in the house of books in the village. You must get it, if you are the person who will be the hero. Okay, do I have... I do not have it. I'm going to have to go get it. First, I did that. There's something about old men just having rooms in their houses that you can only access by bombing. So. Although, just a bit of advice, I would not advise actually bombing walls in real life just because they have cracks in them. That's liable to do more harm than good. If I had gloves, I could just pick up those rocks and get on my way. Alright, so let's check out the library book. And we found the Book of Medora. We can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylia. It's interesting, it's called the Book of Medora, which would make you think it's a book of records or stories or something, but the fact that it lets us read another language makes me think it's more just like a Hylian to English dictionary or something. Now there's one of the... Oh, there was one of the fairies that we were differentiating from the great fairies. Or the fairy fountain fairies. think these boots would help me go faster better if I could stop running into stuff. Cactus or mud sand monster things. Okay. Doesn't make much sense like that. Let's see what it says if we use the book. To open the way to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted. Okay, I wish this vulture would go away. My wish was not granted. There we go. Okay, and one thing we can see with this desert, or with this desert temple, is the decor actually seems rather desertish. The other ruins, I'm not sure, the ones we went into last week, I'm not sure if I really noticed a big theme other than just ruins. But this one definitely has kind of a sand thing going on. So we can see they are definitely trying to make make these dungeons give them a little bit more personality. I'm trying so hard to kill this thing, but there we go. And a door leads us right back outside. Okay. I guess we did move around the stones, so that might actually be helpful if we need to leave before we beat the boss. Can't open the door without a key. Okay, so that room didn't give us anything. Okay, no, that's not how we do it. Okay. This is our map of the dungeon. Desai Sahasrara. Must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon. Okay. So one thing I notice that also seems rather new to the series is in the previous game we did have We did have the cross, and in the first one we had the book that seemed to resemble a Bible or something, but it was just called a book. And there weren't really any religious references in the game. In this game, we already have we've already had reference to the goddesses that created or the gods that created the world, and it looked like when we were on the pillar, Link was praying or something. So we're starting to see a little bit more of a religious side to Hyrule as well. Okay, we got the big key. Managed to get hit in both directions. Power Glove. You can feel strength in both hands. You can pick up and carry stones now. I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. Yeah, I forget what these things are called, but they are new to the game, or new in this game, and are going to be one of the BMOs, that's what they are. And they're going to be one of the persistent nuisances moving forward in the Zelda series. Let's see. How do we open this door? No. There we go. Just take them as they are then. This is also the first time we've really had a dungeon that we had to go outside to get to another part of the dungeon. I can pick up rocks now. I know that bit on the top is probably just supposed to look like, you know, more face to the rocks, but I've always thought it looked like I was picking up some kind of weird 8 balls or something. I don't know if there's any advantage to waiting this out instead of just charging through, but we're going to find out. Just because I'm curious. Nope. Although, for some reason, only the tiles in the shape of this skull decided to fly at us, not any of the others. Alright, we've explored everything except for what lies ahead. That's good. Interesting, we can see a little bit of the floor below. wonder why this one isn't shooting us through the statues, and other ones would shoot us, try to shoot us through the statues. Ow. Yeah, not a huge fan of the BMOS. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Can you do this? Now, I know at some point there's... I actually need to... At some point I need to actually light some braziers to advance, but I can never remember where it is. And whenever I see just unlit braziers, I just automatically assume that's what needs to happen. Speaking of which, I'm guessing this is where the place I need to do it. There we go. Okay, this is Land Mola. And now that I've wasted all my magic without really doing anything, might as well go the way I probably should have been in the first place and just use my sword. Okay, have to hit the head, can't hit the tail. Okay, I do have one more fairy though. Okay, 2 down. 3 down. Alright, good, we got him. Gives us the blue pendant. I will say it doesn't really help much that a lot of these enemies are kind of recurring enemies in the Zelda series, and every single time you face them, there's a lot of similarities, but also some differences. Like, I've seen these guys where you can hit them by the head or the tail, or they move differently and whatnot. You won the Pendant of Power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one. Right. Let's just stop by Agina and see if he has anything to say now that we've gotten into the Desert Temple and out again. Right, the trial in the desert has made us stronger. The blood of the hero must be in your veins. Alright, well, glad we got confirmation of that. Interesting seeing that there's a pillar or something up there. I have to find out what that is later. And now we can go this way. Because for some reason we still can't pick up the dark colored rocks, but we can pick up any of the normal stones now. Which you would think that it would be primarily a weight thing and that the large ones would be, like you could pick up the small ones but not the large ones. But no, it's strictly by color. I guess the small dark ones are still just incredibly dense or something. So another thing I thought was interesting is the fact that we are seeing some of the same items that we've seen in some of the previous Zelda games, and some of them are given different purposes though. For instance, the Power Glove. We had a glove in Zelda 2, but if you remember, that allowed us to break blocks rather than allowing us to pick up stuff. Which may lend some credence to the theory. Just a second. I don't know who you are, but if you're going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lane. Yeah, sure. You can follow me. Turn right here. Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. Don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Sir, I don't think to the right is really where you wanted to go. So let's see, what was I saying? Alright, we have the turn right here. You have a granddaughter who's my age. King took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. This guy is remarkably well informed as to what's going on in Hyrule. Everyone else just has, whispers and rumors, and he's already got the whole plot figured out. Oh. And here we have some of the trolliest enemies in Zelda. The dead rocks will turn into rocks that you can't get past until they come alive again. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. Okay, as one does. Magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. Ow. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the Dark World. To complete your quest, you will need the Moon Pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here at any time. Oh, so he gave me a neck massage or something. This guy... I'm kind of curious now who this guy is, because he basically just laid out the entire plot of the game, plus gave us some new information. Knows exactly what item we need, and where it is. So what's in this cave? Oh. Dude, your house is not very well furnished, but you do have plenty of space. Can you heal me up again, please? Thank you. But as I was saying, the power glove in the last game, or the glove. Okay, backpack village. Let us break blocks. This one lets us lift up rocks, and so that may lend some credence to the idea that the glove is, or, sorry, that the game is a reboot rather than a sequel or a prequel. Similarly, we had a book before that just made our magic wand shoot fire instead of magic beams. You must somehow make your way to the top of Spectacle Rock. From there you can reach the Tower of Hera on top of Death Mountain. Whereas in this game, the wand, or the book, lets us read ancient languages. Granted, it's not necessarily the same book, but it is another book item. So we do have to kind of wonder about how ethical it is to really be just catching fairies in bug nets and then keeping them in bottles until we can get some use out of them. Maybe that's part of the reason that they made the fairies and the fairy fountains look quite different, is so that we can think of them as people and these ones just as like bugs or something. Hey, what do you know? It looks like this is one of those portals to another world that the old guy was talking about. And you'll notice after we go through the portal, we are now a rabbit. And I am pushing the buttons for stuff and can move around but can't use any of my items. Let's see. What do you want? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't go back to the real world. If I only had the moon pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. Got good reason to be stressed out, so back off. I want to talk to the guy you're kicking around, please. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. So I think of pink bunnies, apparently. I'm always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the moon pearl, you can keep your original shape here. So notice we're in the Dark World, and a lot of the world seems very similar. The same basic geography. Little tiny either volcanoes or huge pancakes. Not sure. But we were told that we needed to get across Spectacle Rock. So, as a bunny, the mirror is the one item that we can actually use. And we can use it to get here. And so most of the world was very similar, except that here Spectacle Rock is a high plateau, and over there it was a low place that we could access from below. Let's see what's up here. Oh, yeah, hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of Ether. Well, I don't have a Master Sword yet, so we will have to come back later. That off to go up the stairs. Okay, so what's the theme for this tower? I'm seeing like the bug statue above the door there. Excuse me. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Okay. That might come in handy. Yeah, I don't really like these tile rooms much. Because one thing I haven't tried, can I shield block these? This shield at least cannot block these. And that's the second trolliest enemy in the game. Yeah, so the cloud's making it seem like we're really high up when we're outside. With the Super Nintendo, they really did do quite a bit more with the, they could do a lot more with the layers and different graphics modes. And they definitely took advantage of that in this game. Yeah, I could have gone back down and hit the switch, but I figured it was easier to just do that. knock him down the hole. For some reason, they won't just charge into the hole. They'll run against it as if it were a solid object. But they will fall down if we sword swing them into a hole. I have no idea which configuration is the correct one that I want. So we will just go with this one for now until proven wrong. Seriously, the guy was going around in circles the whole time. As soon as I lift a pod open that lets him go for me, he just straight line right into my face. Alright, compass. Size, Hospital the Elder, you don't need to introduce yourself like that every single time. An orb known as the Moon Pearl is in this tower. Whoever holds the Moon Pearl is protected so that his form will not change in the Dark World. You must find it and escape from the tower. Don't forget the Moon Pearl. Sahasrara, I hate to break it to you, but another old man already told me about the Moon Pearl. You're a little late there, buddy. Oh wow, this red one's really fast. Oh, stop. Okay, I'd really like to go in there because there's probably a lot of hearts in there. Let's see if this is a bombable wall. No, they tricked us by putting fake cracks in the wall. Or real cracks that at any rate don't lead anywhere. Red Moon Pearl, this protects the hero from the changing effects of the golden power. I also notice we're in, this dungeon is the Tower of Hera, and I was trying to think about the theme earlier. One thing I just noticed is every floor, if we look at it, the basement was kind of broken up into 4 small rooms, but apart from that, every floor is just kind of 1 or 2 really big rooms. Well, big, but still just one map. And then we go up to another floor, and I think that probably helps add a little bit of, you know, the feeling of height, like we're actually in a tower, instead of just in any other dungeon. So that could be part of what's going on with the theme of the room here. Alright, and here we have what many people consider to be the trolliest of the bosses because we have to hit his tail. This is Boldorm, the non-mini version. And whenever we hit his tail, we do damage to him. Anytime we hit his head, we bounce quite a bit. And you saw a couple times we almost fell off there. If we had fallen off, we'd end up going to the floor below, and when we come back, he would be back at full health, so we'd have to redo the whole fight again. It can be very frustrating when you're fighting Moldorm and you get to just one hit left or so and then fall off. Hate this boss? Yeah, lots of people do. Especially because it's not, it's not a particularly tough boss except for that, so it just makes it a lot more frustrating than it really should be. You won the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, you have collected all 3 pendants. Go now to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. I don't know if I noticed this earlier, but it seems interesting. The Pendant of Power, I think, was blue, and the Pendant of Wisdom is red. It's interesting because I think in later games those colors will be reversed. Where with Wisdom being associated with blue and Power being associated with red. Yeah, I think I lucked out a little bit with the Moldorm fight that you saw a couple times I was actually on the edge there. Had I been just a pixel or two further, I would have fallen and had to redo the fight. So I just lucked out with how Moldorm bounced me there. Alright, so we need to go, now that we have all 3 pendants, find our way through the fog. For 100 rupees, I'll let you open 1 chest and keep the treasure that's inside. Okay, it's not open a chest and leave, it's open a chest and escape. There is danger of being cheated here, and we need to escape, apparently. Drop by again after collecting rupees. Oh, here's the... Nope, that was not the Master Sword. Really thought the sword just laying out in the open as soon as we came in was going to be it. Mushroom smells like sweet rotten fruit. You can give this to anyone who wants it. I thought we picked that up last time. Maybe we didn't. Must not have. Oh, a bunch of happy little woodland creatures. This looks more like an actual Master Sword. On a pedestal with unreadable text on it. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. Not the best poetry I've heard, but in fairness, we are reading a translation of it, not the original, so... Alright, so with the 3 pendants, we got the sword, and Sahasrara contacts us telepathically without the need of a block, apparently. It is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please. Hey, the fog all cleared. And all the little happy woodland creatures are roaming around again. Help, the soldiers are coming to Sanctuary. Aye. How am I supposed to know who that is when the speaker doesn't say, JJ48, it is I, Sahasrara, or it is I, Zelda? Oh, I guess we can just keep grabbing mushrooms every time we come through here. Let's see, the quickest way to get to Sanctuary, pretty sure is just, yeah, right along here. Stop sleeping. What happened to the princess? You are a second too late. I have failed. Zelda, the soldiers have abducted her. They have taken her to the castle. You must find her before the wizard works his magic. Please, your only hope. Okay. Apparently priests in Hyrule are kind of like Jedi, and they just kind of disappear after they die. I do like the stained glass on the windows here. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to go swimming because I don't have flippers. And everybody knows that it's impossible to swim if you're not wearing flippers. Excuse me, I just need to run through all of you and kill your master and rescue the princess, if y'all don't mind. I like the fact that their masks, their helmets, you can see their eyes, but not really anything else, so they're cloaked in shadow and makes them look a little bit more sinister. Oh really? That's all we had to do to defeat the evil barrier? Was just hit it with a sword? Okay. Probably be faster to try dashing through them or spin Spin attack them, but as long as I have these beams, I might as well use them to try to preserve some hearts. Kind of weird. Looks like a piece, but it's just a flying eyeball. And that's actually pretty helpful here. At least we got rid of all the enemies. Oh, the torchlight somehow carries over into this room too. Nice. Now here's some tapestries on the walls. So this one they definitely tried to make look more palace-ish, especially with the red carpet. Makes it seem much more like a noble's home or something. Right, well, up here they seem to have paid their electric bills. Listen well, even with the Master Sword, you cannot inflict physical harm on the wizard. You must find a way to return his own evil magic power to him. Great, and we didn't even pick up the reflect spell. No. No, I wanted full hearts. Right, now I can't just use my spam beam strategy anymore. Oh, that's why it's so bright up here. Up here we actually have windows. There we go, full hearts again. Well, easy come, easy go. Interesting that the best way to attack those guys is actually on their shield side. Because if you attack the sword side, they'll deflect it. But apparently their shield is about as effective as mine is. Alright, wizard, I'm here to stop your evil plans. Aha, I've been waiting for you. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, the last moment of Princess Zelda. Well, I'll just stand here and wait for you to be finished then. Oh, with this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. It is now only a matter of time before evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. Ho ho ho, now I must go. This is... Are the cushions of this bed meant to look like tongues? This is very creepy. And didn't the king, like, just get offed recently? Like, Zelda wasn't even aware that he had been killed or something? How did Aghanim get all of this set up without the king realizing? Oh, so you mean to say you would like to be totally destroyed? Well, I can make your wish come true. Gee, thank you. Okay. Now she's got some shots that we can deflect and some that we can't, and lightning. Dude, why would you go back to the shots that I can hit back at you? Why wouldn't you just keep using the ones that I can't? Well met, like the true hero that you are, but I am not ready to admit defeat yet. I will draw you into the dark world. By spinning around a bunch. Okay. It is I, Sahasrara. I'm communicating to you across the void through telepathy. The place where you now stand was the Golden Land, but evil power turned it into the Dark World. The wizard has broken the wise men's seal and opened a gate to link the worlds at Hyrule Castle. In order to save this half of the world, the Light World, you must win back the Golden Power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens who Aghanim sent to the Dark World. As members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men, they have power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. I can rely on only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. Yep, don't do it to save the world or rescue the princess or anything. Do it to, make an old guy happy. Alright. So, interestingly enough, this, I think, might be the first time that we're actually going to dungeons, multiple dungeons specifically set up by the bad guy. Because in the first Legend of Zelda, most of the levels were guarding the Triforce pieces and seemed to be been set up by the royal family, presumably. And only the final one was actually Ganon's lair. In the second one, we had to return the crystal to the palaces that were again set up by the royal family. Where am I even going? Probably Palace of Darkness. It says number 1, so... And even in the light world on here, we had to get the pendants, but it sounded like those were, you know, tests for the Master Sword. But now we finally have where the princess or the maidens have been taken by Ganon's minions and are being protected specifically to keep them away from us, which is kind of a first for the series. Alright. A tree. You're new here, aren't you? Did you come here looking for the power of gold? You're too late. It will obey only the first person who touches it. The man who last claimed the power of gold wished for this world. It reflects his heart. Yes, I came here because of greed for the golden power, and look what happened to me. To restore the Golden Land, a person worthy of the golden power must defeat the man who created this place. Until that time, I am stuck in this bizarre shape. But what a mischievous thing to leave lying around, the power of gold. Triforce. So this reflects Ganon's heart. So what are the things that are throwing bombs all around representing? Is that bad cholesterol? Here we have some kind of birdish statues and some gorillas and some imp demon things. I noticed that shrine thing was roughly where Sahasrarla's house was in the light world. Hello, monkey. Kiki the monkey. Love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? Sure. Good choice. I will accompany you for a while. Okay. I mean, I've got more rupees than I know what to do with at this point. I think I've hit the rupee cap. And if you give me 100 rupees, I'll open the entrance for you. Might as well ask him to open it. There's gorillas or apes of some kind on the front here, so maybe a monkey would know the secret. Oh, thank you. And this one corresponds to where the Eastern Palace was in the Light World. Similar decor, if I remember. At least we did have the huge monster statue things. The specific enemies are different, the specific layout's a bit different. Interesting now, the gargoyles that shoot fire at us look like snakes' heads or something rather than in the first Zelda game where they looked like the dragon and the mohawk guy. Zelda, I'm locked in Turtle Rock on top of Death Mountain. I know you're doing your best, but please hurry. Really, that's all you contacted me for, was just to stop me from doing what I'm doing, to tell me to start doing it faster. The reason I took out the red one the way I did was those guys mimic your movements, and the red one, if he ever looks directly at you, will spit fire at you. Okay, we could backtrack the whole way, or we can use that handy little trick. Just come right back to the beginning. These cracks look suspicious. Nope. Oh, I jumped down here and I have no way of beating those guys. Nope. I like that I've used one bomb and the game just decides I need to keep on, needs to keep on giving me bombs. Nothing but bombs. Do I want to go this way? Yep. Basil Faulty would have loved the advice. Just keep doing what you're already doing, but I need to stop you from doing it in order to tell you to do it. Wait, no, I wanted to go back down. Drop back down there. Here we go. That's what I... So I just noticed the music here is different from the music in the previous palaces. Or dungeons, or levels, or whatever we're calling them. Okay. a key, that is a compass. I just realized I really don't need all these rupees because I'm at maximum rupees. But hey, at least I got a single arrow out of the deal and a key. Okay, let's go this way first, because this way looked like it led towards the big chest down there. Favorite part of the Zelda series. Enemies that breathe fire and then it just hangs around on the ground or elsewhere as an obstacle for you for several seconds. And more bombs that were already full on. This room doesn't seem to have any braziers to light, so... Also interesting that the monsters' fireballs don't provide any illumination. Would have been helpful. And here we got the magic hammer. You can drive the wooden stakes down into the ground. You can use it to pound on other things too. Well, the overworld dungeons went pretty quick. This one's actually taken a while. Do I need to go? Okay, so I just need to go over to the right a bit. Not sure which state we want the switch to be in. So I'll let's just see what I was saying earlier. If I line up with the red guy, then get him to face me, he'll shoot fireballs at me. Also, the red one does the opposite of what I'm doing. It goes pretty quickly. The green ones will go the opposite of me up-down, but they'll go the same as me left-right. And I forgot my own advice on the red one, and stupidly stared him right in the face. Now, I don't know that we saw any hint or anything saying to do that, so I guess it's just... I mean, I need to do it because I've seen people play this game before, but I'm not sure if that's just supposed to be that this looks odd and so try shooting it or what. Or if there was a hint that I missed somewhere. Oh, we missed a... Might have to go back in for that room. Or maybe we'll have to go back there anyway because it looks like we need a key and we don't have one. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's right. This was... we went up here. We just jumped down here. I know I'm probably going the long way around to get this. It's probably much easier to go another way, but at least this way I do know somewhat where I'm going. Come on. This is how we got up here. I didn't even notice this crack in the wall earlier. This is not where we needed to come. Okay, let's see. Else could where else could a key be? I'm guessing it's someplace where we just have to... Maybe it's one of the rooms we saw earlier with turtle things in it. Now we just need to kill all the turtles in the room or something. Is there a key in this room? Is there another enemy maybe that... Alright, so now we've reached that fun point of knowing that we're missing a key and not knowing where it is. Now that's why this is important. The best part is if I hit him with my beam, then I don't get deflected around. Okay, no, that was just there. I have come down through that way, haven't I? Let's try... I think we already beat these guys though. All but certain that the hammer has to be the key to this puzzle, somehow. Either that, or it was hidden under one of these skulls that I missed the first time around. Either way, just standing in the doorway isn't going to do it. Okay. Not there. Back to there. did already get that. Able to really kill these enemies down here before. Maybe we need to do that? Okay, no. Okay, well that didn't really help us. Probably should have checked those two skulls first to see if either of them had a key under them. Let's reset and try that. We already checked this chest up here, but just to make sure. Yes. Here's where a system like the original Legend of Zelda is being able to just buy keys in shops would be really nice. Ah, there's a chest, and we do need to get down here. So let that be a lesson. You wander around long enough and you're bound to blunder into a solution eventually. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I guess I'm expecting the chest to have a key in it. It's possible that this could be one of those chests that just holds some rupees or bombs or something, and we will be sorely disappointed. But no, it is a small key. Good, good, good. Are these, like, living creatures? These little mole things? They kind of look like maybe they were the origin of Diglett in Pokemon. Which might also be why I called them little mole things, since on further reflection they don't really seem to have all that much about them that's actually mole-like. Alright, time to face the boss. I do have a couple spare fairies. Oh, okay, misjudged that. It's kind of hard to hit him on the mask without also running into him. There we go. And now that we've taken off his mask, we can try to... I'm not sure if this game has a Goma. I don't recall one. So I guess this has to kind of suffice for stand-in for Goma. Goma, you might remember, was the crab thing in the first Legend of Zelda. We could only attack it by shooting arrows in its eyes. Alright, and we have a crystal. With a maiden inside, that crystal was a lot larger than it looked. Because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world used to be the Golden Land where the Triforce was hidden, but because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished it, the world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers. But the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do I understand? I don't really understand why you're a crystal. I guess it has something to do with people taking on odd forms in the Dark World without a moon pearl. But may the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Okay, we have 6 more to find, and the next one is going to be down just south of where we start if we're in the light world. I know in order to beat that palace, we're going to need something else. So I think I should start heading up and trying to get that. It's interesting, in the Dark World we have different enemies. It's similar to how they are in the Light World, but it's still different. The geography is similar to the Light World, but with some differences. Oh, that's not what I want. All in all, just very, Welcome to the Magic Shop, the waterfall of wishes just ahead. Just a very interesting comparison between the two. Even the colors are different. I gave the witch the mushroom. Thank you, young man. Come back to the shop later for something good. And by later, I'm assuming you mean walking off the screen and walking back on the screen. Okay, or maybe that's not what you meant. Okay, this is what was made from the mushroom. This is magic powder. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things. This will actually be very helpful to us, as it will allow us to the skull things that bounce around and hit us and drain our magic. If we those are anti-fairies, and if we hit them with magic powder, they will turn into regular fairies that then we can catch and put into jars. Lake of Ill Omen. Seems like the exact kind of place we want to visit. Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. Oh well, gotta try that out. Fish skeleton just jumped out of the water. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you if you go away. This is the Quake Medallion. Its magic causes the ground to shake and defeats nearby enemies. Watch your magic meter. Okay, that's not really a curse, that's a bribe. Okay, can't swim there. Oh yeah, here we get to see Zora's out of the water for the first time. Oop. Also, I'm not really used to games being built in 8 directions like this. Ahaha, what do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? Oh, I can just... Yeah, just drop by. Great, whenever you want to see my fishy face, you're welcome here. Goodbye. Okay. I was joking, I actually do want the flippers. Please. I don't just give flippers away for free, I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. You do pay 500 rupees. One pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the seafoam, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. Bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim even in deep water. Mysterious pond, won't you throw something in? Sure, I'll throw an item. Let's, throw a boomerang, because that'll just come right back to us. Hello there, did you drop this? Yes I did. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. Got the magical boomerang. You can throw this faster and farther than the old one. What else might we be able to improve? What about our shield? Alright, she'll give us a better shield in return. Shield's improved. Now you can defend yourself against fireballs. Nice. I wonder if she'll improve our sword, too. Did you drop this? Yes. I will give this back to you, then. Don't drop it again. Okay, she didn't like that honesty very much. I also like that we're trying to stop Ganon, and we're just like, let's throw away the one sword that can do anything to him, just in case we might be able to get something better. Did not mean to jump down here. Okay, those bomb-throwing cyclopses, I think, are called Hinox. Hinox. Not sure what those guys are called, but they kind of remind me of pigmen from Minecraft. Not sure what the popping land anemone things are called. ₹100 for 30 bombs. I can only hold 10 bombs. Alright, well, I'll at least try to get to the next palace, and that'll probably be a good stopping point. Take some rupees. Don't tell anyone. Just keep it between you and me. Okay. I am live streaming this. I hope you don't mind. So, and it will go up on YouTube, so anybody who watches it there will also see. But nobody else. To try to get into the Swamp Palace, even though I know when I save and quit, we're going to have to repeat this next week anyway. So this is the second crystal. Bunch of bombs that we didn't need. I guess to show you why we're going to the light world, I'll duck in here first real quick, just to... This is what it looks like before we do anything. We can't get up there. Desires Hasrala. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds with similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin in the other world. Which is a cryptic clue that we need to do something with the light world version of this in order to be able to progress. This one, the theme, I see like a snake's head. Kind of a bluish tile set. And actually this seems like a pretty decent place to stop. So, next week we will be back in the light world to mess with the copy of the object over there to try to influence this copy of the object. And hopefully we'll be able to get through at least this dungeon, and maybe one or two more, although given how long the Palace of Darkness took, that may be a little bit ambitious. So, thanks for joining me, and hope you all have a good night and a good week. Bye now.